Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm your host today, SSM Crypto, and I'm joined by a very intelligent, great mind. You all know him, you all love him, Crypto Goes. So, there's a lot to talk about today, and Crypto Goes, please introduce yourself to my audience.
First of all, thank you so much. I rarely get these, big compliments like you do. So, thank you so much for the intelligent words and all the rest. Yeah, thanks for having me, General. We're gonna discuss today like a lot of drama that is surrounding this BUSD. So I'm here to, uh, you know, give you my opinion on the thing in general. So yeah, guys, I'm Crypto Goals. Most of you probably know me. I have the Crypto Goals YouTube channel, so you can you can follow me. Probably you know me from Gem Hunters. So yeah, guys, if you want more videos, obviously on my thoughts on markets, just go and check my Crypto Goals YouTube channel, and you will find me there.
Yeah. So, guys, be sure to follow Crypto Goes. Is one of the top gem hunters out there. Subscribe to his channel. There's a lot we're talking about, and I'm sure you guys are already wondering what we're going to see here today. I've got a lot planned out for you, and I'm excited to share my thoughts on the matter. I'm excited to hear what Crypto Goes thinks of what's going on here. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Share this videos link as far and as much as possible. Get others in because we are going to share a lot of valuable information. There's a lot of valuable content that we're going to be sharing right now. Go onto your Telegram groups, go onto your Discord chats, go everywhere on Twitter, spread the word. We are live now and we are going to discuss what's going on. Will Bitcoin continue to crash? What are some of my strategies for staying up? What are some of the new narratives that I'm looking at? We are going to look at some of my narratives. We're going to look at some of Crypto Go's narratives. Then I'm going to compare some of my narratives with Seth's narrative because I saw he released a video on it. So if he isn't able to join us, I'm just going to look at some of the content and share my opinions with you guys. Then I have a bunch of altcoins that I'm really looking to scoop up in this deep. And then we are going to look at the viewers' comments. First come, first serve basis. So, for those of you who are watching the video, be sure to comment. Be sure to let us know what projects you are interested in us looking at. And it's going to be on a first come, first serve basis, as a reward for those of you who are here early with us today. Thank you so much, Archie. I really appreciate you. I have you to give a lot of credits for where I am today on my YouTube journey. So yeah, your comments are greatly appreciated. I appreciate your support. Without
Hello,
wasting any
Archie.
more,
Hello.
yeah.
I think
So
the best thing to do is sorry to interrupt. Is just before we go, you just write a comment drop your gems in the comments below, and then we're gonna talk about it later. Just pin it so people can see it here, and then we can go on with the conversation. They can obviously give us their picks and comments, and then we can go through them later on. So I think
yes, so
yeah.
definitely you guys should make sure you drop your comments, drop your gems in the comments down below, and we would be sure to go through them. Thank you so much for your comments, Archie. I really appreciate it. So let's start with what's going on in the market. I'm sure many of you are aware now, but Paxos, the people who issue BUSD, the stable coin, are facing a lawsuit right now, and they are no longer allowed to mint more BUSD. The SEC is coming right for the truth in the crypto space right now, and it's going to cause a lot of fear it's causing a lot of fear in the markets. So what do I think about it? I'm going to share my thoughts on it, and then Crypto Goes would also share his thoughts on it. But first of all, let me just say, guys, this is just crypto. This is the same kind of fraud that we've been facing since the beginning of crypto. There's no need to panic. We face the same amount of crazy fear over and over again. So there's two things that are going to happen. You either give in to the fear, you either become one of the losers that they are targeting, and then you sell off and leave the crypto space, or you become smart, you act smart. You take some of these strategies that I'm going to share with you, and then you dollar cost average, you look for the good projects and you accumulate into them. I really think this is nothing for people to worry about. And we're going to discuss how ridiculous it is for the SEC to be going after a stable coin. You know, many people even see how ridiculous this is because these people are obviously trying to come after crypto to make ways for their centralized digital currencies. If you can't see the game they are trying to play right now, you're definitely going to be eaten up by the government. It's ridiculous for them to come after stablecoins. They are clearly coming after the competition. You must be able to understand that you are the one that has the upper hand in the crypto space. You have a higher amount of power that they are trying to collect from you. So don't let them scare you out of the markets now. Them coming for stablecoin only solidifies the idea that crypto is a more powerful force for them to reckon with, and they are really, really scared of where the space is going in the long term. I mean, coming for staking is just ridiculous. When FTX was collapsing, all of these politicians, they were collecting bribes from Sam Bankman-Fried. They didn't care about FTS collapsing. They didn't care about three comma capital exploits. They didn't care about so many other things, Voyager, Celsius, all of those things where people actually needed them. They are not doing this to protect people. They are doing this to protect their interests. So if you can't see that they're trying to make way for the CBDCs, then you really shouldn't even be in the crypto space in the first place. This is just normal fraud. This is just a ridiculous fraud that we always see from the government. So real quick, let's look at what the CEO of Binance, CZ, says about it. He says that they have been informed that Paxos, the people who are issuing BUSD, are facing a financial lawsuit, and also from the to seize mining BUSD from the New York Department of Financial Services. As a result, the BUSD market cap will only decrease over time. Guys, I just want you to know that BUSD is still pegged to a dollar up till next year, up till February 2024. You can still claim your dollar. You can still claim your BUSD. The market is still going to be stable. The market is still going to be solid. What we are seeing now is just a lot of fear and a lot of panic. So there really isn't anything. They are going to come, they are going to come for other projects. They are going to come for other services, but the government can't stop Bitcoin. The government can't stop crypto. The government can't stop the blockchain. They've tried it. They do it every year and they keep failing. China has tried it. China has failed. And it seems America is becoming a copycat to that action as well. What are your thoughts on this, Goes?
I was just reading. Sorry, I was just reading what CZ was posting. So, in general, I think it's just in general, SEC is the worst organization that exists out there because they have never had a good intention for anything. Basically, what they do is like when you are a small company or small cryptocurrency or something, they let you grow. Okay, they don't touch you. They let you grow for many years, and then once you become huge, then they're gonna come after you and they're gonna say, okay, your coin is a security, this, that, we're gonna sue you for being security and so on. And then what they're gonna do, they're gonna charge you like some nonsense fee, some penalty that you didn't even deserve to get because you haven't done anything wrong, basically. Like how a stable coin can be a security. If someone explained me this, then I don't know. Like how what profit can you make from stable coin if it's pegged with $1, one USDT? I mean, well, how
Yeah,
can it be
I
security? It
think
doesn't
that
make any fucking sense.
it doesn't make any sense. I think that's ridiculous. I think I even made a tweet regarding that. People saying BUSD is a stable coin, it cannot be considered a security. And I made an observation. I was like, okay, is this why they were going after staking in the first place? They went for
Yeah.
staking first, and they can use that as an excuse to say, well, if you can stake a stable coin and earn APY, then it might as well just be a security. And I think that's just, total nonsense. Saying a project is a security because you can stake it and earn APY. A security, for those of you who might not know, there's commodities versus securities. A security is when a product is issued and people buy it in the hopes of getting, profits, it represents a point of
But as
interest
I said,
in the
in
future.
this sense, is everything security. So even the stocks, because what you do, you hold the stock and you get rewarded by holding the stock, right? And expecting why you would hold the stock, because you expect in the future it's going to go, right? So
Yeah.
what's the difference between stock and crypto? I mean, everything is security, there is nothing like anything that, let's say, like a retail shop. So a retail shop, someone buy, like 1 kilo of apple and wants to sell it in the like a big shop, because hoping that he's going to sell it for more, right? So everything is
It's just, yeah, I get what you're saying. I
it
mean,
doesn't
they
make
are
sense.
they are
Everything,
scraping the
obviously,
bottom of
everyone's
the
buying for
barrel.
something with the hope that they're gonna make more, so we're gonna sell it for more money. So, I mean, it's everything is security in the world. So
Yeah.
it's just a bullshit talk from them, to take your money, because they're gonna charge. As I said, they're not gonna charge when you're a small company. They're gonna sue you when you're a big company, and then they can ask you a lot of money for a penalty. You pay them few billions, like a Ripple case, for example, who have a lot of money, and they're gonna pay, and they're gonna win the lawsuit, and then everything is just continuing. But they made like a lot of money, So, but to be honest, I don't understand them, because first of all, like obviously, like a biggest like market in general is in US and everything, but now they are losing their power, because I think this is sign from them that they are scared, like, and what all they're gonna achieve
Yeah,
with this. For example,
exactly.
if I would be a cryptocurrency project, I would never ever register in US, never,
Yeah,
because if
exactly.
the worst
That's what I'm saying. They're just
centralized
coming for the
system there.
competition. It's just
Yeah,
clear. It's clear to
yeah.
me that these people are threatened by crypto. These people are threatened by people having their full financial control, and they really want these CBDCs to take effect. And for that to happen, they just want crypto to be out of the way. And
Yeah.
that's why they're coming after a stable coin. I mean, it's just so
But
obvious.
look,
It's
what
very
what they gonna what
stupid.
they're gonna achieve is that anyone in the future, if they're gonna tighten and tighten more these rules that they create now, all they're gonna achieve is that all the crypto companies gonna leave US and gonna register the company in other country, and they're gonna get nothing. So
Hmm.
they cannot control anymore, because look, listen to this. For example, I'm from Europe. Okay, so in Europe, obviously, we have euros, and everyone has its own currency. So, in general, the power and the quantity of the currency, like euro and dollar, is both really really strong. Okay, so
Hmm.
what happens if, let's say, they leave US, and they're gonna say, okay, we're gonna pay it to euro? Nothing. They're gonna lose all these USDT funds that they have. They're gonna swap it to euros 1 to 1, and what they're gonna do? Nothing. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
the
quite
crypto gonna continue.
surprising. It's surprising, really. Like, you think Americans would, the American government, I think what they fail to understand is they can't succeed by attacking crypto like this. I think what they should do, and I've said this before, is why not just educate the public about how to navigate the crypto space. It's going to do far more good. It's going to help far more people to educate them, and that's what we are doing with our channels. That's what we are doing with the crypto gem hunters. Educating people is the best solution to all of these challenges with crypto, not coming after a stable coin. That doesn't help
To be
anybody.
honest,
That doesn't help the space move forward.
what I wouldn't be surprised for is, as you see how, for example, Dubai is growing in terms of adoption and everything. Like, well, a lot of companies move to Dubai. A lot of companies, a lot of YouTubers move there. I know a lot already who lives there. Because of taxes, and because not just because of taxes. Taxes. Imagine you move there and you have all your colleagues, because everyone, like most of the YouTubers, live there, crypto YouTubers. So you have people who hang out with people, you share the same, obviously, goal, same
Mhm.
same mindset. A lot of crypto companies live there. CZ, for example, lives in Dubai. That it's not by accident. So CZ lives there as well. So what I would not be surprised in the future, I mean soon, that UAE based stable coin someone release. That would
Wow.
be a fucking drama for them, because UAE has a lot of money, and a lot of crypto companies are already there, And imagine if they issue their own stable coin, which has nothing to do with SEC, nothing to do with Americans. You know what I mean? They can issue their own. They have enough funds to issue because they are billionaires. Okay, rich country. So if they issue their own stable coin and people move slowly. I remember what happened with USDC as well. USDC was like few years ago was like maybe 10% compared to USDT, and now they were obviously climbing up. They said, okay, USDC is regulated, backed up by the country and blah blah bullshit. So what happened now is USDT and BUSD is really close. Not BUSD, sorry, USDT and USDC. They are very close in market cap. They are not 1/10. They are maybe 60-40 or something like that.
Wow.
And what they're trying to do, they want to overtake obviously USDT and control. And the US wants to control the stablecoin market, and with the stablecoin market, want to control everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if there would be telling you some smart individual, some company that's gonna issue Dubai-based stablecoin. As there is a lot of stablecoins, it can be stablecoin from anywhere. Whoever is pegged 1-to-1, and they're not gonna lose its peg. People gonna store it. And
Yeah.
the more stablecoins you have, the better it is, because it's more safer. If you own only, I don't know, USDT and it crashes, you are in trouble. So yeah, it's SEC is just and what
Yeah, I don't think.
there.
Yeah, I also don't think they are helping us. I don't think what they are doing is doing the whole market a favor.
It's not
So
in their purpose to help. They don't want to help.
yeah, I'm getting a lot of interesting comments here, and I've been putting them up, as I'm finding them. Yeah, I really think the US is messing up big time. They're shooting themselves in the foot.
Exactly.
It's just so disappointing to see the US acting like China and trying to censor.
Crypto can live without US.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a worldwide
The
currency.
crypto
It's not
space
just the
can
US.
continue thriving. The cryptocurrency space will do well
if you
without
compare
the US.
Henry,
So if they really just want to, make their citizens, they feel like they are living in China or Korea for goodness sake, then they should keep it up. That's their problem.
we have
We in the
7
rest of the
billion
world,
people
the free
on
world,
Earth.
the free world is the Middle East might end up being the free world. So yeah, good luck to the Americans with the way their government is behaving. So let's quickly move on to the next point, and that's whether or not what will happen. Will Bitcoin continue to crash as a result of this? So I'm going to quickly give what I think about this. I'm going to give my take first. Then we'll hear what you then we'll hear what you have to say about it, crypto goes. So as much as I know that crypto is, censorship resistant, the blockchain is, free from all of these centralized authorities and power. It seems the crypto space is far more emotional. It has far more emotional investors than we actually need. So it's really funny. A lot of people give in to this fraud, and it's normal because crypto tends to attract a crowd that really don't have too much, and they are looking for their financial liberation. So it's really scary when you feel like your funds are being threatened. So it's very understandable to see the markets going down. I mean, Bitcoin retraced down to about 21,400, but honestly speaking, it's holding far better than I actually expected. I mean, I was expecting it to go down chasing like 20K with all of this fraud. So it might be too soon to speak because the CPI is coming out tomorrow, and we actually don't know what will happen, but it might be more positive than we think. And I think people are becoming, are aware of the fact that the government can't stop Bitcoin. I mean, we are seeing it in some of the comments. Nobody can stop Bitcoin. They've tried. They've done it ever since Bitcoin came up. They've done it when Bitcoin was 1,000K, when Bitcoin was $3,000, when Bitcoin was 10,000. They are doing it again now, and they will continue to do it. So, what I would say to will Bitcoin crash? I'm going to give my friend set. He always says it. What does it matter if it crashes? If it crashes, I'm going to be there to dollar cost average, because I know I'm buying Bitcoin for the long term. I know I'm buying Bitcoin for the hold. So even if Bitcoin goes down, just know for a fact that there are many people like me out there, people who are willing to take it off your hands for cheaper prices, because I'm not worried about Bitcoin going to 15K. I'm not worried about Bitcoin going down to 19K. Why? Because I know Bitcoin will go up to 100K. There's no doubt in my mind about that. So for those of you who want a direct answer, the answer is no. I don't think Bitcoin is going to go down to 12K like people are saying, because a lot of people are waiting for opportunities to eat the dip. A lot of investors have wisened up to that. A lot of investors have realized that you can't keep Bitcoin down for too long. So even if Bitcoin tests some lows, I don't think it's going to stay long in those regions. I think people are going to eat up those dips quite fast. So even if we go down, I don't think we're going to be going down lower than 20K. I really think we hit the bottom around 15K, and there are a lot of people waiting to eat the dips. What do you think about that? Do you think Bitcoin is going to go any lower, crypto goes?
You know how much I'm worried? 0%. I have seen this so many times, so often. I've been in crypto since like 2016. I have seen so much of drama, that this doesn't bother me anymore. Like even like a year ago, or something we had with USDT, the same thing. Oh, USD SEC is going after USDT. USDT gonna collapse. Did it collapse? No. So, you know, it's we have something that in our country we say like. Don't be scared, react when it happens, like it's much worse. People are scared of everything in life in general, and then 9 things out of 10 doesn't even happen, never happen, but you are always worried and scared and everything. React on the situation when it happens, and then you decide what you're going to do. But to be scared for out of 10 things, for the 9 things that never happen, it's no point. So just relax, guys. We had so much of bad news. If on FTX collapse and they had 80,000 bitcoins, they dumped out everything onto zero. And Luna and all these companies crashed, and we didn't go below 15.5, 16K. What else to say now? I mean, look, it can come another company as well. Like for example, okay, SEC, for example, banned these Paxos. What if Binance find another company that can issue a stable coin? They're gonna redeem these 15 billion. They have 15 billion on their balance, Binance. They give it back to them, and they're gonna redeem it, and they're gonna go to another company who's gonna issue the same amount of BUSD. It's gonna call maybe, I don't know, BBUSD, whatever. That doesn't matter what it's gonna call. But it's issued by another country which is out of SEC. And what they're gonna do then? Nothing. They cannot do anything. It's out of their control anymore. That's why I'm saying SEC is the worst organization that exists out there. They're not willing to help. They don't want to help. They don't. Their goal is not to help you. Their goal is to crash this market. But they're trying so hard. But they are. I feel sorry for them because it's not gonna work. So
Yeah. So what Marco is saying, guys, and thank you so much for what you said, Marco. I think that's an excellent point. What SEC is doing is they're doing it to the Americans. The rest of the world can thrive, can do well without the SEC. They can do well without America. I love adoption. I would love the whole world to adopt crypto. But if the United States cannot appreciate that, then they're going to lose business. I mean, Binance is a very big company, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. They can go to other countries that are more liberal, that are more forward-thinking. It's sad to think that America, the free world, that pride themselves on being so open-minded, are so narrow viewed when it comes to cryptocurrencies, all because of this greed and trying to push the CBDCs forward. So if CZ can find a more open-minded government in the Middle East, then why not? If the Middle East is going to become the free world, why not just move it and issue their BUSD over there? So, guys, Marco also made an important point. You just need to calm down. And that brings us to the next part of this live stream. What are the strategies that you can take to stay up while the market is behaving like this? And I'm really glad Marco said you just need to calm down, because I have several points to share with you, and that's my first point. You really need to calm down. You need to understand that the crypto market is volatile. You need to understand that. You don't want to panic. When you start to panic, when you start to sell, you're going to really, really hate yourself once you see the market starts to recover. That's why you should never invest more than you can afford to lose in the first place. We always say that don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Try to remain stoic in the crypto space. Try not to panic, because once you begin to panic, it's natural to feel worried. It's natural to be concerned when the value of your investments drops, but you need to understand that you should have a long-term perspectives. You need to understand that you should have a long-term vision when investing in the crypto space. Crypto is known for its volatility. If I know, and I know for a fact, that Bitcoin is going to break its all-time high, why would I be worried that Bitcoin has lost 2K in value when it's going to gain an extra 60K in value, when it's going to gain an extra 80K in value? So you really need to calm down. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't, be concerned for your investments, but it means that your potential, you should understand that while it can reduce, the potential for increase is much higher. And the second tip I'm going to give you is to diversify your portfolio. It could be that you're really scared because you've put all of your life savings into one crypto project. I mean, that's not really a smart thing to do. I wouldn't put all of my investments into one stock. I wouldn't put all of my investments even just into Bitcoin alone. So maybe you are scared because you put all of your investments into a shit coin. I mean, that you're definitely going to panic. So make sure the second tip I'm going to give you is, yeah, the second tip I'm going to give you is to make sure you diversify. Try as much as possible not to, put all of your investments in one, put all of your eggs in one basket. A great way to mitigate risk in the crypto space is to diversify your portfolio. This means you can even invest in other things outside crypto. And the next tip, thank you so much for bringing it up, Crypto Caleb, is to dollar cost average. You can benefit from the market, whether it goes up, whether it goes down, by dollar cost averaging. And you take advantage of dollar cost averaging because once the market is going down, you are reducing the risk, you are spreading the risk all around, you are reducing your entry position, you are lowering the amounts that you bought in. And this also ties in well with the point of having a long-term vision. Because if I bought Bitcoin at 23K and it goes down to 20K, and I buy the same amount of 20K at 20K, I've reduced my average to about 22K. So that means if you're willing to buy Bitcoin at 23K, you've gotten it at a cheaper price, at an even better price of 22K, of 21K. So dollar cost averaging, you can't go wrong with it because it's going to benefit you. Yeah, guys, we don't have an online course yet. We
Uh,
are planning to do something
we are
similar with the crypto
working on
gems,
it
but
for the
we do
future,
have
but
patrons.
yeah.
And let Marco, weigh in on strategies you can use to stay up.
Um, yeah, which one should I answer first?
Strategies, how you
Strategy.
can
Okay,
stay
so
afloat.
strategy, obviously, DCA as always, but the thing is that it's always the opposite. What people should normally do is normally the opposite what they do. When it's Bitcoin pump 24/5, let's go all in, guys, pull around, wow, everyone is FOMOing in, and when the price is dropping, instead of being happy, for shopping time, people, oh, is it gonna go 15K, 10K? This is the time to buy, guys. This is the time to DC. Obviously, not financial advisor. Do whatever you want. I'm not, financial advisor, and I'm not dealing with your money. But always be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. You know what came to my mind when you were just talking now. Remember we did a live stream not long ago, few of us, I think the gem hunters, I think it was Sunday, right? Yeah, the last Sunday, I think, and we all talked about like our opinions about the market, and are we bullish, are we bearish, and stuff. I remember you and me were quite bearish on the pump that happened on BTC. And I
Yeah.
remember we both said that, because I said that both of the pumps happened on Saturday. Saturday, guys, is a low volume. These long and short, liquidators, they can pump and dump the market very easily. They can move because the order book is empty. So if there is no one putting Bitcoin to sell in the order book, that means that the liquidity is low. So if if let's say a normal day, maybe someone put like a 500 BTC buy order, it would go up maybe 300 $400. But if the order book is empty on weekend, it would pump up $1,000. So this is the thing, and they know this, because people at the week on the weekend, no one is trading. Everyone is living their normal life with family and all the stuff. So they're not trading. So the order book is empty, and both Saturdays they pumped the price, and obviously they kept it artificially, and then after people FOMOed in, and then I said there that I think they're gonna pump it up to 23.5, and they're gonna is gonna remain there for a week or something, and it's gonna dump back. It's exactly what happened. It went a little bit above 24K, and it's coming down now. So because if you are a long time in a crypto, like 5-6 years, you have seen many times this. If you think about it, if it's 2024, the next halving happening for BTC in May, I think it's really far, guys. So to be bullish now, to go to 30K in February, it's nonsense, guys. What's going to be then in August is going to be, I don't know, 80K, and then in February 150K. You know what I mean? It's just too early, guys. We just it needs a consolidation, need a nice and steady growth, because it need a natural growth for the market. We don't like these pumps and dumps, because if the Bitcoin pumps like in 3 weeks, like 2-3x, that's not good for us, because again we're gonna see another bear market is gonna correct again down, and then you're gonna wait again for a year and a half and two, and you're gonna wait for bear. No, you need steady growth. When you see that parabolic thing, like in the 2-3 weeks, if BTC doubles, that's it. You're done. So
Yeah,
if 2-3x is, at some point, that it's a FOMO, it's the end of the bull run. So obviously we are very far from that. It's still February, guys, middle of February. So we are really far from next year. Always like 3-4 months before the halving, it starts pumping, and obviously people start buying BTC, and it starts curving up. But we are really far from that. It's 1 year still till there. So I think by summer probably we're gonna get to maybe 30K by August or something, and then maybe 35 like in October, November, and then we're gonna go up like that. It's just too early. I don't know what people are thinking, that we're
definitely.
gonna go to 70K in 2 months or what. It's
Definitely.
just
Guys,
it couldn't be
listen to
healthy.
what Marco is saying. He's making a lot of sense. You can't expect the markets to be up only. You want to have healthy retests. You want to have a slow and steady growth. What you do while this is happening, while the market is dipping, while the market is going up, is what is important. Instead of panicking and selling it off and saying crypto is dead, why don't you pay attention? Why don't you pay attention to narratives that will come up? Why don't you pay attention to gems? Why don't you pay attention to great projects that you can accumulate? So, thank you so much for bringing that point up, Marco. I really appreciate it. You can't expect the market to be up only. I mean, do you expect the market to just increase by $100 every day, and then by June we're on 100K? No, there's going to be volatility. There's going to be news that will come up, and yeah, I remember that conversation we had. Weekend pumps are a little bit shady. Whenever good things happen on the weekend, I tend to be cautious, because new news haven't come out yet. Mondays are going to be totally different when the stock market opens up, and a lot of new factors come into play. So yeah, thank you so much for bringing that up, Marco. Guys, pay attention to that. Excellent take there. The market can never be up only. You are going to have ups and downs. What you do during the ups and downs is what matters. And that brings us to our next segment, and that's some new narratives that I'm looking at, and then I'll ask Crypto Gold some that is looking at, and compare it with some of the narratives that Seth is looking at. He wasn't able to join us today, but there are some projects he's looking into, and we didn't pick the same thing, so I would like to compare them. So some of the new narratives I'm looking at, some narratives that I believe that the blockchain can make better, that don't exist just for the sake of existing, is, let me start with e-commerce. In addition, you guys know I like privacy, you guys know I like security. And for those of you who are new to my channel, for the past 2 months, I've been saying decentralized stable coins are extremely important, because look at what is happening now. coming after BUSD. So I've been a big proponent, I've been a big fan of decentralized stable coins. You can go check my previous videos, you can go check the Gem Hunters videos. I've been saying decentralized stable coins are extremely important, and the projects that make that a possibility are going to do well. Look at projects like Frax Shares and the likes. So I'm going to, some of the narratives I'm looking at now are e-commerce, because I really think these projects add a lot of utility to the space, and I believe cryptocurrencies are going to become adopted, and they are going to become a bigger deal than they currently are now. So how do we need projects that can give utility to the space in terms of having other people accept that crypto project? It's all well and good. You can have BNB, you can have Cardano, you can have Bitcoin, you can have Litecoin, but there might be stores that won't make this, that will not accept it. If you can't spend it, if you have to convert it to fiat, then there's no point in being in the crypto space. So I'm always looking at platforms that make your projects, that make the projects you're holding valuable, that makes them fungible no matter where you are. And that's why I'm looking into e-commerce platform. And I've found several of them, several really good ones that I believe would do very well. We've got Koti. I made a video about it, but just summary, we've got Koti, we've got Hive, and we've got STMX. Now, these are projects that that will allow your cryptocurrencies become useful to you irrespective of where you are in the world, and you can spend them. So e-commerce platform is definitely a big deal in my opinion, is an area, a narrative that I believe would do very well. Let me just bring up Hive, for example. Now, Hive, I have a personal reason why I would like it, especially because especially because of where I am in the world, and it's doing quite nicely even amidst this dip. So Hive is a freelance platform. I mean, guys, this is a great project. It's a freelance platform that accepts any crypto project that you're holding as payment, as long as the person you're working with also accepts it as well. And we've got other freelance platforms like Upwork. We've got freelance platforms like Fiverr. The difference between Hive and these platforms is you don't have to pay 20% of your earnings to them. I think that it's quite greedy. Why should I pay 20% of my earnings because you provided a platform for me to, carry out my work, my skills, something I worked really hard for. So Hive eliminates this completely, and they accept any form of crypto, whether it's Polygon Matic, whether it's USDT, whether it's USDC, whether it's the most obscure crypto projects that you are holding. Once you list it and you are willing to accept, and your client is willing to pay and accept in whatever currency that you list, this becomes a possibility with Hive. And that's the kind of thing I'm looking at in the crypto space. Projects that give utility to other projects in the space. So I really like this project. I really like, the narrative of freelance, of e-commerce in the crypto space. And there are many more that I can share with you, but I would like to hear your thoughts on this narrative, crypto goes. What do you think about e-commerce crypto? And
And
is
the
there any other
payment.
narrative that you'd like to share with us?
Look, yes, I love the idea that this project does it. It's interesting because, first of all, I am pissed off with some of these centralized entities that they charge. Think about it. Anything that you do, is it either it's a PayPal, or for example, here, hopefully we're not gonna get banned from YouTube. So if someone, for example, donates here like $10. $5 goes to YouTube. So
Really?
why? Yeah,
That's too much.
I got a donation last time, and I remember it was like $10, and I got like five. So so they take for what? For so all this doesn't make sense. So for example, they take 50% from ad revenue you get. They take 40%, yours is 60%. If you go to PayPal, PayPal is basically asking you for nonsense documents to send
Yeah, and it's
funds
not
one to
instant.
another.
You have to
It's
wait.
just
They waste a lot of time. I don't want to
waste
wait
a lot of
1
time,
week
and they
before I
cost a
get
lot
my
as well.
money.
They cost a lot as well. It's not just the time. They cost a lot as well. I had even some crypto exchanges going nuts now. These days, because I remember I was registered at one exchange. I'm not going to mention which one, but for example, I deposited, let's say, 1 Ethereum at a time. Let's say I was trading it, or I was buying other project, and I made 5 Ethereum out of it. Yeah, and after maybe like a year, the exchange asked me for proof of funds, and I was like, "Excuse me, which proof of funds? Did you see me buying from my card crypto? No. Do you have deposit into your crypto exchange? No. So what do you think? Where the hell is this funds coming from? You have my trading history. It says there that I bought Ethereum for, I don't know, $500, and it's now $5,000. And they ask me, you had $500 before, now you have 5,000. How? Because it was bull run, and it has worth more. Or I deposited 1 Ethereum, and I was trading other altcoins, and at the end I bought back Ethereum, and I have 5 Ethereum now. So you have everything in the trading history there, but you're still asking me. I need to prove my proof of funds. Are you serious? This is just nonsense. So I'm pissed off basically of why did they create this digital payment system, like for all of us to have bank account and all this stuff, for centralization. I don't want the government and everyone to know how much money I have, not because I'm rich or because I'm millionaire. Why do I owe you information how much money you have? Do you want me to show you my pocket, my clothes? Like, seriously, like, why do I need to take off everything and give it to you on the plate? Why is there anything in life that you can keep secret, keep it to yourself? you know you
Definitely.
don't have, you have no privacy. So I'm pissed off, for example, of these services that they cost so much. So these and from other side, obviously you need we make crypto, okay? So it would be advantageous if we can spend crypto on things, on items, gadgets that we want to buy. So any company that accept crypto for as a payment for any gadgets, everything is just unreal. It's just awesome thing. It's
Yeah.
this is what we paid for, because we don't want to convert again crypto onto like a fiat currency, and we buy with fiat. Well, the point of crypto is to use the crypto so I can pay with crypto. And one more thing, VPN services. I am
Yeah,
so fed up of
definitely.
everyone tracking me, what I do, where you can see how many platforms. For example, from US, you cannot stake now. So if you buy a VPN service, you buy for 10-20 bucks a month, and they don't know where you're staking it from. You can be in US, you can stake from US, because they don't know the VPN. Your VPN is maybe in Europe or in Australia or wherever. You log in from other VPN. So it's just nonsense that basically they are trying to control everything. They know what you eat, what you drink, when you move out of your house. It's just nonsense. What can I have freedom to do whatever I want until I'm legal. I don't do anything illegal. I don't hurt anyone. I don't. Can I have a choice of doing things that I want to do in life, or I have to tell you everything, like to my mom and dad, what I'm gonna do? It's just nonsense.
Yeah,
Freedom
definitely.
of
So
choice.
yeah, so guys, yeah, that's what we're saying. The crypto just makes this better. They respect your privacy, your earnings. They don't cut out of it. Decentralized entities. Look at PayPal. Look at Upwork. Look at Fiverr. They take their own percentages for your hard work, and then the banks want to come and take their own cut out of it again and say they're taxing you. So I would like to make money from my freelancing, while protecting my privacy, while taking full control of my own finances without having to pay my own sweats to the platform and then to the banks and then to the government, just for cutting down my means of earnings. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing the importance of privacy, for sharing the VPN with us. And then, because I promised it on the slide, I'm going to take a look at some of what Seth has been looking into in this e-commerce sector. And I watched the video. It's a very good one, and it's something Seth has been covering for a while. I'm not talking on his behalf, but what I'm going to say is this: I have um I have picked, like, take for example, I'm telling you guys about Hive. Hive is in the e-commerce sector, and it works in helping freelancers, in connecting freelancers all around the world without them having to pay, without the limitations of banking. Because if you are in an unbanked country, like in Guinea, like mine, you cannot set up some accounts. I can't set up a Patreon account because it's not available. So imagine a freelance, I can't set up an Upwork account because the banks will not be accepting money from somebody in America. So that imagine how crypto solves this. So this is in the e-commerce sector, and arguably it does something different from shopping.io. It does something different from WhatsApp. It does something different from 8Pay. Those ones allow you to shop in different stores all around the world. So what I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to make here is this: shopping, e-commerce, several projects can coexist under a single narrative, and then they will both do well. The reason why I'm bringing this up is I received some private messages saying, oh, which one do I buy? Should I buy Hive, or should I buy shopping.io, or should I buy WhatsApp? What I'll say is look into the projects. Which one do you personally prefer? Which one do you believe people uh people will tend to spend more on? Which one do you believe people will adopt more? Which one do you believe is solving more of a problem? And then you invest in it. And ultimately, these projects will all do well because as the market moves forward, as people understand the need and importance of crypto, they will understand that these projects can coexist while solving people's problems. So yeah, I really wish Seth could have joined us today, but since he can't, let's move on to the next aspect of it. And this is very important. What are the altcoins that you can scoop up in the deep? So many people are worried, Bitcoin is crashing. Many people are scared. Some people are panicking. Some people are selling their bags. And I feel bad for them because what I see is an opportunity to dollar cost average. Guys, there are so many good projects out there that you can buy dead cheap right now. I mean, look at one of them. Marco just talked about one of them now, and that's DVPN Sentinel, a great project. And if you are looking at the importance of your privacy, this project is at a ridiculously low price right now. Like, if you want some exposure to this project, now can be a good time to dollar cost average. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not the one that will tell you how you should spend your money, but I can say this: these are opportunities that you can, use to get into the market. You don't necessarily have to chuck in all of your money, but you can get some exposure to some great projects that will do excellent in the next bull run. And the bull run will come. We all know it will come. We just had a taste of a small rally, and we saw projects going 2x, 5x. So there are many projects that I have to share, and I'm going to quickly speed through them, because I believe these are all great projects. Many of them that are at low prices now because Bitcoin is giving us a lot of discounts on the market right now. So real quick, let me just show you some of them. There's Polygon Matic. There's Polkadot. We've also got Cosmo Atoms. We've got Algorand. We've got Quant, Tezos. I mean, guys, there are so many projects. This is another one, and Render, and this is the high cap category. All interesting projects, all doing unique things that I believe you guys might appreciate. So now let me go to another interesting aspect, and one area that I believe you guys should take crazy advantage of right now are AI crypto projects. The reason why I'm saying you should take advantage of AI crypto projects being in the deep right now is because once Google launches their rival to Chat GPT, there's going to be renewed interest in that. There's going to be renewed interest in that sector and that narrative again. So start paying attention again to projects like Singularity Net is arguably going to do well once people are talking about AI again. Start paying attention to Fetch.ai. If you want some exposure, now might be a good time. Is over 9% down. Start paying attention to projects like Big Data Protocol, and then pay attention to this low cap gem that I've been sharing with you for quite a while now, Cleantech's CTI. So there are many AI projects that I believe are at discounts for you to take for the long term if you are interested in them. And I'm going to give you time to share some projects, Marco. There's just so much I want to share with the audience real quick. I'm not even going deep into them. So I'm just going to share three more with you guys, and then I'll call it quits for my side of these gems. There's LCX. We've seen the need for regulation. We've seen the need for having ISO compliance crypto, and LCX helps you get into those kind of projects. HBAR, projects like Quant, those kind of projects will do very well. Start accumulating projects like CDFI if you are into gaming projects, and then my own personal my own personal privacy and VPN projects, my personal favorite Mask. You can get in on projects like this. There's many more that I'm going to share with some of my patrons. So, guys, I also have a patrons. Consider joining that if you'd like. There's a lot for us to go through, and there's many, many more gems I'm going to share with them coming soon your way. So, if you're not on my Patreon, please do consider joining my Patreon. It supports me a lot, and it also allows me to do more of this and help you guys make even a lot of money even in the bear market. So, Marco, what are some of the altcoins that you can tell people to pick up during this dip?
So first of all, obviously, I'm not financial advisor, so I cannot give you financial advice which coins to buy. Second of all, I cannot disclose all my portfolio because it wouldn't be fair to my Patreons, because I have my Patreon as well. So my Patreons are paying to have access to my portfolio. I will mention 3 coins, not all my portfolio, because as I said, they are paying for it, so it wouldn't be fair to disclose it. I saw in a comment, like I read like 1,000 times about asking me about MITX. So let's answer to the guy his question. MITX is one of my biggest picks. I mean, my favorite Web3 gem. So I think MITX is gonna do insane. It's still ridiculously small market cap. MITX is basically helping institutions to build their Web3 on their platform. So this market is not oversaturated. So it means that not many companies doing these things. I'm really bullish on Morpheus Labs. I covered already twice on my channel, and I will do probably an update soon on Morpheus Labs on my channel. So check out those two videos. As I said, there's not many companies that do this, and if you think about it, that anyone that is basically talk about crypto is to talk about as Web3. I literally watched a few days ago Mooncarl video. He's like 500,000 sub channel as well. He said, I changed on my Instagram my title because I said I invested in 400 crypto startups, and now I changed. I invested in 400 Web3 projects, because everyone is talking about even though everything in crypto is like Web3 now basically. So but there is so much of this narrative of Web3, and there is you need, in order to build, you need a platform. It's same like if, for example, would be that easy to create another Ethereum, everyone would be Ethereum. But they are layer ones and layer twos that are on Ethereum. So basically, they are using their chain. So if it would be that easy to create a chain, everyone would be creating it. Every other day would be another chain. But these platforms to create is not so easy. So there there is so much of demand is going to be. So Morpheus Labs is going to be huge, backed up by Amazon, Huawei. What else? Elrond, so like crazy partnerships they have. So I'm really bullish, and that is my 100x gem for a long term. So definitely be one of them. So Morpheus, the other one is DVPN. As I mentioned, that I'm fed up with these centralized entities, and then you need decentralized VPN. I shared the buy alert on this one on my Patreon. Basically, it was now it's double from when I shared, but it went even 3x, and obviously Bitcoin crashed it now, to go down. But guys, the point of this, look at this. So first of all, we guys, all of us who have YouTube channels, we know what we do because we research 10-15 hours for this project. We know what is going to do well. My point is not for this project to pump, because I know that this project going to pump even without me mentioning this in the video, and all of us. So we are sharing, guys, project that we believe in for long term, because I know that this project going to go a long term, going to do like 70, 80, 100x. Even if I share it, if I not share it, if I share it with you guys, you have time to buy almost the all-time low for this project, and be in this journey and make the success together. Our point of researching this project is that because we were scammed many times, and we want to give you guys legit projects, and that's the point of sharing with you guys. So this is even like 2-3x, I think, from the all-time low. And when I shared, so when it did 2x now, but when I shared that it was 0032, from there was 150x to the all-time high. So 150x is really far from being close to the all-time high. So 150x project. So that's what I'm saying, guys. We spend so much of time, and obviously, some people say that, why don't we share, all the buy alerts and everything, guys? This is our full-time job, so we cannot share. Obviously, it's $20 the buy alert that we have as well. For example, on my Patreon as well. Obviously, I cannot give it to you for free. I will make money anyway because I'm holding it long term, but obviously I cannot charge for free because I'm doing 15 hours research. Some people work on their do their work, work for someone. So this is my full-time job, same as for you, same as for Archie, Seth, like all of us, So obviously it's just something as a appreciation, basically, because $20 for a month is nothing, So that's the thing. So yeah, that's all. But that's about Patreons. The third pick is Gala, guys. Gala, I think there is no other project in the gaming space, metaverse space like Gala. I'm bullish on them because they are producing games. They produce a lot of games. It's not like, for me, it's uncomparable even with Sandbox and Decentraland. Sandbox and Decentraland have one game, and even that game looks like like a Sega game that we used to play when we were kids. Like, the graphics are horrible. Okay, so it's basically they just managed to wrap up this aim that is gonna be metaverse you can play to earn and all this stuff, and people just hype up so much about it. But Gala has 10, 50, I think nearly 15 games now. They're getting into filming industry. They're getting into music industry. So they're bigger than anything. Their market cap is only smaller still. So in the next bull run, I think Gala gonna be like what is Sandbox and Decentraland now, with high market cap. So Gala is no doubt for me. I was sharing on my channel. I talked about Gala for like 1 year, pretty much. So, and I was telling you guys, do not buy until 002 because it's going to drop lower. And then everyone else was saying, buy, you're going to miss out. I said, guys, chill, because we are very far from the bottom. And we went below 2, and I was DCing like crazy. And then what happened is they pumped 2x like in 1 day, and I sold 50% because I said, okay, this is nonsense. Okay, yes, but what happened? Afterwards, they announced the collaboration with The Rock, so it did another pump, and then plus they announced that they're gonna burn all the tokens that people spend on their platform, meaning spending for NFTs, for land, to buy land in their games, and so many other things. So obviously at that time it was just too many good news. So the price pumped like crazy as well. And I said, okay, I will rebuy back if it gets there. And you see, I sold at 004, that 50%, the other 50% I'm still holding. So I will buy back now this 50% that I sold and hold it for a long time, because, you never know when they're going to come up with another news. So guys, this high cap is no point of trading, guys. I thought that, it's not going to go, anymore up, but they can always come up with some crazy news, so always better to DC and hold them for long term. So I will buy back now, and I will be on 0, like where I sold, and just hold it, because it's gonna go to 84 cents. I think it was the all-time high. So 84 cents, a dollar, I think is easily gonna be reachable. If BTC double its market cap, if it's gonna go to 140k, Gala, imagine if Gala doubled all-time high, would be $1.6 or something like that. So it's no brainer. Yeah.
DCA is the way, guys. So Yeah, just look for good entry positions and then DCA. Those are amazing gems that you shared with us, Marco. And I'm so glad that you joined me here today, because your input is just so valuable, and I'm really, really glad. So guys, Gala, Sentinel, DVPN, and what was the first one again? Uh,
MITx, Morpheus Labs.
MITx, yeah, all great projects, and there are so many more. They are all over the place in the high caps, in the mid caps. I've shared some mid caps and some low caps as well. Same with Marco. So, if you want more information on our strategies, be sure to check the Patreons, where we give you, one-on-one chats and the likes. So, yeah, it's time to look at the comments, and there are so many of them that we have to go through. Guys, we've been here for 1 hour, exactly 1 hour. So I'm not going to take too many comments. I'm going to take the first comments, the first come, first serve, because we have to reward the people who turn on their notification and are here on our streams early. So yeah, the first comment we're going to look at. But by the way, guys, like I said, all of these gems that we're sharing, if you want to understand our strategies, if you want to understand how we DCA, I am currently making a guide, my own personal strategy on how I DCA in and out, and same with Marco and many other of the gem hunters. Be sure to check out our patrons. Check out Marco's Patreon. Many people got in early on DVPN, and they got in, they were able to make a lot of gains, good gains on it. So be sure to check out his Patreon. It's really valuable. I just put it in the chat now. You can check it. Then I'm going to say, I'm going to put up the first comment here. We should take a look at high, 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 high. Guys, please make sure the projects that you put up, they meet some criteria. You should be able to do some tokenomics, and don't put some meme coins. Don't put any Inu coin here, please, or Shiba Doge Rockets come Inu,
Yeah,
and
yeah. I mean,
some kind of.
what I would like to ask you guys is, please put like legit project, anything that has no Inu or Rocket or this stuff name, and is above 50% of circuiting supply. So it can be 40 to 50%, but above 40-50, because when I did a live as well not long ago, and then the guys was giving me like 5% circuiting supply project. Guys, what can I do with 5%? I am not never cover a video, never cover a project on my channel that is 5, 10%, 15% circuiting supply. So
Definitely. So I'm going to look at high now. I'm going to also cover Obotech. The reason why I'm saying Obotech, I'm skipping a lot of comments to cover Obotech, is because this was a patron request, and it's one of the benefits that I'm going to give to my patron subscribers. So yeah, I'm going to cover Obotech as well. But first, let's look at Hacking Token. And this is a project that I've actually shown interest in before in the past, so I'm glad this person brought it up. I was really, looking into investing in this project last year, when after this bridge hack, that period in time, there was a lot of cross bridge hacks, and a lot of people were losing funds. So security, I think this also plays well in the security sector, and I believe the crypto space can, with all cryptography, has strong security. So, yeah, the project, this particular one is a good one in that field. But whether or not I'll invest in it is not a decision I have made yet. However, the tokenomics are good, and the idea is good right up off the bat. I know this because I have looked into this project a long time ago. So let's just quickly look at it for this live stream. Hakun token is a product utility token that empowers the AI, Hacking AI, a one-in-one space with Hacking user products. It provides its holders with access to obtaining a crypto profession. Trust me. Okay, so let me just look at the website as well, and then we'll see some other projects, Obotech especially. So Akon is a trusted blockchain security auditor. Yeah, there's a lot of interest now, and I really want to hear your take on that. A lot of people are showing interest when it comes to security in the space, and it's quite different from privacy. You and I, we both know the importance of privacy. We don't want our information out there all the time. But what do you think about projects that would allow investors feel confident, feel safer in the space? I was talking to Seth about it, and it's quite interesting. I think we need adoption in the space, and that's why I believe projects like this can be very important, because we want newcomers into the space. We want the newcomers to feel like their money is safe in crypto. So, what do you have to say regarding security projects?
Uh, First of all, I don't know this project. I have not covered on my channel. Have not reviewed it. But I mean, audits are important. If you, I mean, we saw, many of us saw like a lot of these rug pulls and a lot of these, projects that have not been audited, and they got hacked and all this stuff. So obviously, everybody wants their funds to be safe. But at the same time, never trust anything 100%, guys. There were so many projects that were audited as well 100%, and then they were rugged and they disappeared and they're no longer here. And there are exchanges like FTX, was the most regulated exchange in the US, and was like the I don't know, the Wall Street of crypto, FTX, and it's gone. So it is a good proof, good sign that if the project is audited, obviously, and but you can never trust anything 100%. And never put anything into one basket, because they can be regulated, they can be supported by. You can see what the SEC tried to do as well. So they were trying to basically control crypto through FTX, but it didn't play out because FTX crashed, because the guy overplayed himself. He thought that he's a god and he can make infinite money. So that's why you guys never trust anyone. It's better to buy like 10 different projects and put like $1,000 in each, like to put in one. But definitely we need these audits, and everything is great. I think they have a bright future ahead, but don't ever trust even them. Don't ever trust one entity that issues audit, because look, any of these, especially if they are smaller, 12 million market cap, if they would be offered like $2-3 million, and if the project is not legit, do you think that they would not give them the audit? So
Yeah,
everything is corrupted. So that's why I say that
yeah,
it can
that's
be
a
good,
very good point.
but if they pay you a lot of money, you're gonna just sign the certificate, give them, and thank you very much. You are the best. You are genius. No one cares, guys. The world is really really corrupted. You give anyone any money, everyone gonna dance around you.
That's
So
that's an excellent point. From what you're saying is, what they say on paper might not be exactly what they will do. They can give anybody a pass if you line their pockets enough. And yeah, I think that's an excellent point. We have to be very careful. So I think what another important point to note is, if you're going to invest in a project like this, it has to be, we have to see what is the necessity for having a token for investing in this kind of project. So yeah, that's a very good point. And maybe a a decentralized open platform that can everyone can see that they're actually doing their job and not getting bribed for it. So yeah, it's an interesting project, it's an interesting idea, but move with caution. Like what Marco says, just because a project says this project is good, it's kind of the same way FTX got a lot of endorsements, doesn't mean that project is actually safe. So yeah, thanks for bringing that point up, Marco. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to move on to one of my Patreon requests, and that's Obotech. Now, I'm just going to say this straight up. I'm not invested in Obotech, and I know some of the gem hunters are interested in that project. And I like that fact that we have variety amongst ourselves. I like Mask, you like DVPN Sentinel, and Obotech is a project that I'm interested, that I'm looking at, that I'm currently reviewing, but I'm not holding it. So yes, I'm going to give my honest thoughts and opinions on this project, because you guys want my own view on it. And first of all, the sector it is within. Um, when Archie and Seth asked me about it, I said I like VeChain because I like the supply chain industry, and I like crypto projects that make it a possibility, because I know the importance of, you know, tracking a package in a secure manner. I know the importance of transmitting data and making sure it's not tampered with, making sure it's not corrupted from start to finish. And I like the idea of Obotech because of that. You understand? So I've not looked deep into it, and I'm not saying I'm holding the project, but I certainly like the idea. And I also checked their Twitter activity, and I like that as well. But when I made a video about it, I made sure during this period here, I wonder if you guys can see it, this period right here, I told you guys, you know, don't just jump into a project just because I like it. Don't just jump into a project just because Marco likes it. Don't jump into a project just because Archie likes it or Seth likes it. We're not gods. We're going to make mistakes, and the people who are going to make it in the crypto space are the ones that understand that you need risk management. You need to understand that not every trade you make is going to become the next 5x or the next 100x. If you understand risk management, you wouldn't have been jumping in this project the moment Archie or Seth showed interest in it. You wouldn't have been jumping, you wouldn't have been FOMOing into the project at these peaks, because what that would mean is you're an emotional investor. If you had jumped in at this peak and it drops down here, that same emotion will drive you to sell it, and you only for you to see it go higher than when you bought into prices like this, and then you FOMO into it again and it's drop again. So I
I would like
really,
to add something as well when you finish.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if just finish and I will add afterwards. Once
Okay.
you.
All right then. So I really want to see my audience. I want to make my audience understand that a project can have excellent tokenomics. A project can have good fundamentals, but it doesn't mean you just jump into it without understanding it. Ultimately, you want to invest into a project for the long term. And if you were investing into Obotech because you understood the tech, then yes, I like the idea of the project. I like where it can go in the long term. I like the fact that the team is active on Twitter. I like the fact that the product is already being used in the mining industry, in the agricultural industry for data transmission. I like the fact that this project has an active team behind it, an active development behind it. So I like the project, but I wouldn't tell you people to just FOMO into any project. I also like you to invest in a project smartly. I like you to, understand that I'm getting into this project for the long term, and I'm going to look for good entry positions to DCA into the project. So that's my take on Obotech. What do you have to say about it?
I don't know nothing about the project. I heard that you guys covered it. I want to add on this pump side on that fact. So first of all, basically the project that we cover on our channels, we don't own all of them. Our job is to find a good gem that we believe in and to bring to your attention. But guys, never buy, even when Seth says, when Archie says, when SSM says, never buy because we said. We are just people like you. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. But the thing is, we just share our opinion, and you need to decide whether you need to do your own research. And then once you do the research, you see the potential there, you understand what the project does, then you buy in. But people say, sometimes, oh, pump and dump, or you guys pumping coin. Good. First of all, I send out a buy alert on my Patreon. To people if I buy a project. There are small market cap projects as well, and a large market cap project as well that I send buy alerts out that I buy. Obviously, if I send out, I don't know, a Gala buy alert, obviously it's not going to pump because I'm not 1 million subscriber. But there are some microcap projects which I like. So obviously, if you send out a microcap project, it has much bigger potential to go up in a price if less money comes in. But we cannot control who is buying how much. I don't know who is in Patreon. I don't know. If they're gonna put $20, if 30, 40 people are gonna buy in, or one or two, or the intention is not that, and we cannot stop if people buy. So if you go back on the chart, you can see how much it pumped. The price pumped like 4x because it was mentioned on Seth's, on Archie's live stream. I don't know what. So he mentioned because he found it interesting. He never said. I just want to protect Archie as well, because he never said that he bought this project. He bring up
He
to
merely
attention.
showed interest in it.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. And people say, I will tell you one example on this. Why people think that many projects are paid promotion. I want to make this clear. I explained once on my live stream, but I want people to understand. So basically, I covered one time. Glint is the number 4 decentralized exchange on Moonbeam network, and I covered this project. Like, I don't know, 1 or 2 months ago maybe, and obviously, and I covered this project, and people were obviously viewing it and commenting and so on. And I see one comment, paid promotion, good luck with that. And I was like, what do you mean by this? I don't understand. And it wasn't paid promotion. I just come up with a project that I believe in, and I see future potentially, and I cover the project. I haven't even bought. I just cover project because I might buy future or whatever, but I just bring up to your attention the project. And then I figured out why the guy thought that it was a paid promotion, because my friend texted me and said, bro, the company, the project shared on their Twitter account your video. So then I understood why the guy thought that it's a paid promotion, because the Glint,
The company was sharing your stream.
shared my video and said, check out Crypto Ghost's video on Glint. He covered very well, and so on and so on. And I was laughing, like, I didn't give them a permission. I didn't tell them that you can share it. They did never ask me. They never contacted me and anything. And then I laughed because I didn't know that they shared as well. My friend texted me, bro, they shared your video. And then I put my, the puzzles together, and then I realized why the guy thought that it's paid promotion. So guys, if it's paid promotion, we're gonna say that this is a paid promotion. But to mention a project because we like, that's not a paid promotion, and you cannot say that it's paid promotion because it's not. And yeah, and we have no control. We hold this project long term, same as my micro cap and large cap project. I hold this long term. I have no control over whether it's gonna go 3x tomorrow or 5x, or it's gonna move 5%. I don't know, and I don't care, because I'm holding this until the peak of the bull run, until I think it's gonna go to. So it doesn't matter how, if people buy in, not buy in, doesn't matter really. So
Excellent.
people are so much focused on these pumps here. It doesn't matter, guys. If you are just here to make a pump to make 50% gain or 20% gain, then you're in the wrong place.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying. Man, you need to join me on every single live stream I have. I'm so happy with your takes, Marco. So we've been here for more than 1 hour, and I think it's time for us to go. So I'm just going to look at one more comment, these comments right here, and just hear what you think about it. And I know what Marco is going to say, but I just want to hear it. What do you think about meme coins? Do you stay away from it, or do you just try to make a quick buck from meme coins? What do you think about it, Marco?
I'm not making any buck from them, because I'm not buying a single one. So you're not gonna like my answer to this question. But bro, guys, I never understand. I don't understand why would people buy meme coins. Listen to this. I will explain you why. Because guys, okay, if you buy a meme coin in the bull run, when everything else pumped up, and the meme coin came out yesterday, which means has no trading history, and guys, let's go pump it, it's gonna go 100x. Okay, I understand, because you missed out the whole bull market, right? But now when it is almost all-time low. We pumped maybe from all-time low. We are 2x on most of the altcoins. Guys, you have 40, 50, 70, 80, 100x potential on legit good quality project that has use case that they are building, that the other company is going to be using, that makes sense. Layer ones, layer twos, the chains that are going to be used for the huge transactions for the war and everything. So many projects, and they're going to do not 100%, but 90%. They're going to do 30, 40, 50x, depends obviously of their market cap, how big project they are, but minimum 99% of them going to make at least 15x. Okay, so, and majority of them going to make 30, 40, 50x. So why would you buy a meme coin which you don't know whether it's going to rug pull tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or in 3 days, when you have legit projects that are here for 3-4 years, they're out 3-4 years, they survive 1 or 2 bear markets, they are building their chains, their ecosystems, they are layer ones, layer twos, like dEPs, Web3 project. Like I don't see the logic behind it. Why would you buy a meme coin? If you missed out all this bull market, and let's say now Bitcoin is 100k, 110k, and then you want to make a few x's, like 5-10x gains on because you missed out the full bull market, then I would understand you slightly. But now,
nah. So guys, yeah, I think most of the gem hunters, in fact, all of the gem hunters are on that.
none of us makes
On the
videos
same
on meme coins. Like literally nobody.
Yeah, just stay
We are
away from meme
serious
coins.
guys
Unless
here.
you like gambling. Maybe if you like gambling and you like casino,
Yeah,
lottery.
then I go to casino, play a roulette, put on red or black, I put everything, and then,
So I guess if let me see if you're going to get a meme coin, I say DC. No, I'm not looking at meme coins. I'm not looking at meme coins. So yeah, I'm going to stop there. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for giving us your thoughts, crypto goals.
thanks for having me.
Your takes are welcomed and excellent. I really appreciate most of you, my viewers. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I hope to see you next time. Stay safe and take
See
care.
you guys, and thanks for watching. See you next time.